Hey guys, I'm Rae. That's Corn Dog.
And I'm Jason.
Look at Jason in the kitchen cooking us lunch. I like that. Anyway, I'm going to give it to you straight. I'm editing our Smoky Mountains vlog. Look it, I even paused it on a silly face for you. And I realized that we made a pretty newbie mistake and we didn't do an intro. So please consider this our official intro and let's roll that intro sequence. To give you a little bit of context on this vlog because honestly I think we were just so excited to head up there and get started that we didn't film an intro. We just literally went up to the Smoky Mountains, got on our hiking trail, which was not the hike we wanted to do, but we will explain more of that to you in the end of this video. So yeah, we completely forgot to film an intro. We dove right in and yeah. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I feel like this was one of the most confusing times for us at a national park, and it's such a simple national park. I guess, I don't know, we just overthought it and jumped right into it and just made kind of a rookie mistake. We jumped on the wrong road, which is like the main one, but it wasn't the road we wanted to go on. Anyway, we'll tell you more about it at the end and how you can avoid making the same mistakes that we did.
Exactly. So we wanted to also briefly tell you that the camping situation around Smoky Mountains National Park is plentiful. So we stayed at a resort called Anchor Down RV because if you're in any of the Grand Design owner groups, or I think it's also in like the RV living Facebook groups, Anchor Down is known as being like one of the best resorts out there. So after hearing so many people talk about it, we had to try it out. And granted, it's phenomenal. It's a little bit pricier, but I'd say worth it.
Yeah, especially at the rally, I think we had like 5 or 6 people mention Anchor Down because we said we were heading south, and almost every single person's like, oh, you need to stay there.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot everyone at the rally mentioned it too. So we tried it out. We loved it. It's a well taken care of resort. They deliver firewood to your campsite. They, like, the second someone's out, there's someone there cleaning the site, cleaning out the fire pit, like leaf blowing, everything. So it's a very clean and well taken care of resort. But it is about, how long was our drive, you think?
30 minutes.
Yeah, to Great Smoky Mountains National Park. So if you want to stay closer, I'll just put a little screen right here of all of the campgrounds that are in the surrounding areas. So all you have to do is literally type into Google camping near Smoky Mountains National Park and you are going to have a ton of options. So last thing I wanted to let you know before we dive into the vlog here is that this video is brought to you by Grand Design RV to showcase our Grand Design experience. And if you're wondering what that means, all it means is that we have a Grand Design, we love it, we're going out and we're experiencing these amazing things with our RV. We're able to do these things because we're RVers. So that's that. If you have a Grand Design and you go out, then guess what? You're having GDRV for life experiences as well. So at the end of this video, we are giving away a little something. I'm not gonna tell you what it is, from Smoky Mountains National Park. And we recently received a $50 gift card from Grand Design to give away. So technically we're doing 2 giveaways. So we're gonna combine them, and all you have to do is in the comments write hashtag GDRV for life and tell us your RVing experience. So we'll try and find a Grand Design owner to give the Grand Design gift card to, so you can get some Grand Design swag, and then we will also pick an awesome story just from one of our other viewers to give away the Smoky Mountain giveaway. I almost just said what it was. So just write your story in the comments below and we will reach out to you and let you know how we can get in touch with you to give you this awesome stuff. If you wanted to share your own grand design experience, because we do upload these vlogs to YouTube, obviously that's where you're watching it, but we also post them on gdrvforlife.com, so any grand design owner can go to that website and post their GDRV for Life experiences, pictures of their pets, recipes, and so much more. So if you want to share your own experiences, you can also go to gdrvforlife.com and share your stuff there. It's a great little community.
All right, well, lunch is ready, so we're gonna enjoy that while you guys check out the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. So fall has followed us down from Shenandoah National Park down here to the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. And as you can see, there's still a little bit of green left here, but all along the path here, it's just covered in leaves.
It's actually really cool to see the progression on the Great Smoky Mountains. Some of the trees are just like completely done, like they're ready for winter. And then some of the trees are still like those vibrant reds and yellows. So depending on like which side of the mountain it is, it's either like not so pretty anymore, or it's just like still amazingly beautiful. So we are now on a path called Chimney Top. Forgot, but this was not the original plan when we came into the park. We did take the wrong way. We'll tell you more on that when we get back to the car to show you the map so you can avoid doing the same mistake. But nonetheless, this path ended up being beautiful. So we're only like 5 minutes into the walk and we just had to open it and start talking to you guys. So let's go ahead and show you this trail. Okay, here's the first really cool thing that we wanted to show you.
It's water.
But it's a bridge, too. Who doesn't like bridges?
Yeah. So these mountain national parks are no joke. While they do have some accessible friendly areas, all the hiking trails are very mountainous and they do you dirty.
All right, you guys, we thought that hill was bad. It felt like it's been uphill this whole time. And then we turned the corner and this is now what's next. So it doesn't look too horrible. It's just like the last thing you want to do is stairs after just hiking up a hill. So I feel like we're almost there though. So let's go.
So I find it hard to believe that we're this out of shape. I feel like it was just like a difficulty 10 trail.
Yeah. It's the altitude too. Not the fact that we haven't worked out like all year. We're close though. We passed the girl on the trail coming down. She must have seen my agony. She gave me words of encouragement saying we're almost there.
Did that girl lie?
Yeah, she lied. We're not almost there. Oh no, now I think we're almost there.
Yeah, look at these beautiful mountains. And they've pretty much passed fall. They look all ghostly and smoky. Rae and I played rock, paper, scissors for the jackets and she won both times. But now that it's really cold, I'm gonna have to insist. What is that?
I don't know. Whatever they are, they're not pleased. All right, guys, we made it. That's the chimney top.
So, it's freezing.
Yes.
But I'm glad we made it up here. And as you can tell, it is magnificent.
Yes. So, it's too cold to sit here and talk to you, but stick around because when we get to the bottom, I want to give you a couple tips on this trail and tell you how we ended up here. Okay, let's go.
Let's go. All right, so that was really cool and definitely worth the massive uphill. And luckily for us, the downhill is pretty much the entire way.
Yeah.
So, as most hikes, they're completely worth it once you get to the destination, and they're grueling in between when you have no idea how much further uphill you have to go.
Well, and when they're uphill the entire way.
Yeah. It is quite murderous, but I feel a lot better now that we made it.
Yeah, but like uphill, it seriously was like just a dirt path uphill, then it was wood stairs, then rock stairs, then wood stairs again, then switchbacks, then just straight dirt uphill.
Yeah.
And everyone on the way down is like, you're almost there. Although some people think it's funny to be like, just 2 more miles. Anyway. It's nice to have like the encouragement, because now that we're on our way down, we've had some people ask us like, how far? And we're like, hey, we get you. And so
yeah,
we tell them that they're almost there and we encourage them. If you are not like a big uphill person, but you want to do an uphill hike, I would recommend when you're walking, instead of like focusing on how miserable you are, I like to look at like all the little details around. So yeah, sure, you look at your landscape, but when you're bored with that, I like to look at like the rocks and like hear all the different leaves on the ground and the different colors, and I try and find like the perfect leaf in my head. Or like I look for faces in the moss on the trees. Like I just distract myself by like looking at all the details. So that's a little tip for you.
And as you can tell, I've never seen Rae happier than having to go downhill. So,
yeah.
So we're getting to the top of the stairs here, and so I'm gonna put you away as we head out, and we'll tell you more about this park that we found out, so you don't make the same mistakes we did once we get to the car.
Yeah. Alright guys, so as you can tell, we are back in the RV. We were gonna close out the vlog in the car, but by the time we got back down to the end of the trail, it was dark. So we just headed home and grabbed some dinner on the way, but we briefly wanted to go over a couple things about the park. And I know I said earlier that the trail we ended up hiking today was not even the trail we meant to go on. So what happened was we got a map at the visitor center that is outside of the park. We didn't go to the visitor center inside the park, and I just don't think that this map is as thorough as the national park maps typically are. It's kind of like folded in this like weird newspaper thing. So that's the only map they had, and that's what we went off of. So the roads aren't clearly labeled. So we ended up turning right when we should have turned left because we didn't understand exactly where we were. And then we found ourselves kind of in the hub of the national park, where there was one visitor center over here, there was the welcome center where we just came from, and then the road that we found ourselves on was the main road to get from one side of the national park all the way to the other, which is the only road that takes you from Tennessee to North Carolina. So needless to say, the road was very, very busy, and there was a ranger there directing traffic, so we kept going straight, and by the time we sat through all this traffic, we decided we didn't want to turn around and sit in the traffic again, so we'll just make the best of it and find another trail. So looking on the little janky map that we got, we saw the Smoky, or not Smoky, the Chimney Tops Trail, and we're like, sounds good. Good enough. The trail was actually really nice. It was about 3.5 miles round trip. So it literally is all uphill. But then coming back down, we just booked it. Like, it was so easy to just like walk downhill the entire like 1.5 miles, or it's like 1.7 miles up and then obviously 1.7 miles back. I would recommend that trail if you had time. If you only had like one day like us, we would actually recommend the road that we were on, which is called Newfound Gap. And as I said before, this is that one road that goes all the way from the Tennessee side to the North Carolina side. This is the only road that goes through the middle of the national park as well. The other roads kind of surround the national park and then have offshoots of different trails that you can take, or smaller roads that you can take, but they don't actually all connect. So if you take an offshoot, you have to take the same way back to get back out to this inner circle thing. I hope that makes sense. If you do have one day, we would just recommend the Newfound Gap Road because you can stop on the state line, get some pictures there. There is another side road off of that road that takes you to the highest point in the park, which is Klingsman Dome Road. And yeah.
So as Rae was saying, this national park was a little bit confusing for us since there is only the one road that goes directly through the center. We were trying to go to one of the offshoots, which is, I guess, most of this national park, you have to drive around outside the national park and then come in to the one individual spot you wanted to see. So we actually wanted to see Grotto Falls. And so the Trillium Gap Trail takes you up there and you're able to actually go behind the falls. So if you have more than a single day, I would highly recommend checking that out because everything we read was really cool. Also, they have something called an alpaca train that's on like Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, which is like a trail of alpacas that they take stuff up to a lodge. It's Mount LeConte. So LeConte.
We don't know.
So yeah, I guess they get there like 8 in the morning or something like that. So if you want to see a bunch of alpacas, get there early Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, and that's in that same little area. So they also have a couple other motor areas, and one of the most highly recommended ones is Cades Cove. And it's an 11-mile loop, which is in Tennessee, and it's west of Gatlinburg. And it's a one-way loop that you can drive around, and you get to see all these farms and churches and stuff that all these farmers that used to own the land that they sold to the national park just up and left, and now it's like little museums. They also do close it off from cars and only allow bikes and people walking on certain days. So if you want to do that and take your bike out for a quick 11-mile loop, I recommend looking up the days that they close the road to motorists.
Yes, and we were also reading in our guide that we got from the visitor center that they start closing certain roads throughout the whole park starting in late October, and then they continue to close more roads throughout November and December. So while the park is year-round, if you come in the winter months, definitely just check the road closures because we'd hate for you to drive up there and then not see what you want to see. And then I think the last cool thing about the park that we wanted to tell you about is they do have a gondola. So if you want to take a ride on that. That depends on the weather, so just call ahead and see if they're running it that day. But that is another thing that if you're short on time, just to get some really like breathtaking views. But that wraps up our day. I hope that you guys enjoyed just our typical antics of not getting to do what we planned to do, but still making the best of it. So if you have any recommendations, if you've been to this national park before, leave them in the comments so that other folks can read them and read your recommendations too. But if you've been watching our vlogs for a while, then you know that we are having a really hard time ending them without giving something away. So we did pick up, because I'm obsessed with mugs and I thought someone would really enjoy this, we did pick up this mug in the visitor center. It has black bears on it. And this chocolate bar. So this chocolate bar was actually made locally, and we bought a white chocolate bar, and I'm not gonna lie to you right now, it wasn't the best. I love white chocolate, but so I probably just like discouraged you. You're like, well, why are you giving away crappy chocolate? I'm sure their milk chocolate is just fine. And I actually just really liked the message in the back, because it's just talking about that, you know, it's locally made, locally sourced, and the money from these purchases go back into the park. So it's always good to support your national parks as well. So if I didn't completely discourage you and you want to get your hands on this mug and this chocolate bar, then all you have to do is comment down below #GDRV for life and let us know if you have a grand design. If you don't, that's fine. If you want a grand design, let us know that too. We're very interested in your lives as well. So it's been a while since we just kind of asked you guys to tell a little bit about yourselves. So feel free to do that in the comments, and we will just randomly select one winner and let you know. We'll just reply back to your comment, let you know where you can email us your mailing address. Thanks for coming along with us on this quick, painful hike today. My legs are gonna be so sore tomorrow.
Yeah, it's shower time for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna sleep really well, that's for sure. But don't forget to like this video. It really does help us out. And subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I really wish you would. I know that that sounds so silly, but a lot of our viewership is actually unsubscribed. So we don't know what that's about, but just subscribe right now. Do us a favor, because if you're still here watching till the end, you might as well subscribe. All right, that's it from us. Good night, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys. If I had dropped my phone, you would be dead.
Excuse me.
Oh, am I in your shot? Send help. Where's the elevator?
Make it sexy. Oh, I just got slapped in the face with a leaf.